You're too educated. You are not educated enough. Too experienced. You don't have enough experience. You are too tall. You're too dark. You're too short. You're too light. Does that sound familiar? Those are the labels on the outside that people gave us. But then there are those things happening within us. There's voice within telling you, you're not good enough, you're not gonna make it, you'll never amount to anything, you'll never be great, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do the other thing. And then there are the ifs and the guilt and the what ifs within. What if my dad was still here? What if I was there to say goodbye? What if I was married? What if I was divorced? What if I was single? What if I had a child? What if I never had this child? And there are things that can actually make you begin to become guilty. You might be guilty about what you've said, about what people have said to you, about the things that have happened. And it gets to a point that these things begin to define who you are. You forget about the deep core values and you begin even actually to agree with them. Begin to say, well, maybe they are right. Maybe they are correct. I'm not good enough. I can't do that. It was never meant for me. I'm not from the correct tribe. I'm not from the correct country. I'm not from the correct race. I'm not from the correct family and all those kind of stuff. But you know what? Those things are things that in a way may be true, but they should never be the lenses by which you view yourself and the lenses by which you view life. You may not be from that tribe, you may not be from that nation, you may not be from that race, but that does not disqualify you from being a human being. That does not disqualify you from being you. Most of the time, we find we are being judged or we judge ourselves according to the standards that people are judging us as well. If we are judged for being too educated to be given a job, and you begin to wonder, was it a mistake to become educated? Or maybe you're judged for not being educated enough. And maybe it was not your fault not to be educated enough. And so today, one of the things that I've just been telling myself, and one thing that I would love to share with you as an encouragement, is getting to a point and deciding to look at yourself through the lens of truth, through the lens of the reality of who you are, the truth of whose you are. You may not be from that family. You may not have married Clarence, which rhymes with Claire. Maybe it will have been a perfect combination. But then at the end of the day, there are better things for you. And there is one of the things that I love to remind myself constantly. When those battles within begin, when I'm feeling like I'm not worth it, when I'm feeling like I don't fit or I don't belong, I always remind myself the things that I'm thinking about today, how true are they? Are they of a good report? Whose am I? And who am I? What is my purpose? Why was I created? I was created to be me. And I don't want to look at myself from what other people define me or from what the inner voices are telling me. But I want to look at myself from the reality and the truth of a loved child of God.